Man overboard in the Pacific Ocean, Hainan, the Chinese tropical island. Huge winter refit for the biggest trimaran in the world. You're watching the Sailing Updates Destopnews. Welcome to the office. A clipper race's crew member goes overboard in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, some 2,500 nautical miles from land. Andrew Taylor is changing the headsail in miserable weather when a wave throws him overboard. The alarm is immediately raised and messages sent to the rest of the fleet.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Charlie Victor 30, Charlie Victor 30, Charlie Victor 30. We have a man overboard. We require immediate assistance. We are trying to locate the casualty, but we do not have a visual. We require further assistance from any available craft.
The MOB procedure is launched by the skipper. The boat quickly turns around to try to locate the teammate.
So we had huge seas, with very strong winds, with limited visibility because the sea state was so bad, and that made it a lot more challenging.
Fortunately, the incident happens in broad daylight, but spotting Andrew in the water takes time.
We started searching, but I mean, a needle in the haystack doesn't even describe what we were looking for.
The search will take 90 long minutes and an incredible amount of luck for the team to spot their friend. Andrew's recovery is successfully conducted by a team that always stayed calm.
We've been through that manoeuvre 100 times, if not more, and it was really impressive to see that as soon as the shout went out, everybody sprang into action. Everybody knew exactly where they had to go, what they had to do, and it just went like clockwork.
Fortunately unharmed, Andrew is immediately transported inside the boat to be comforted by the crew.
It all happened so quickly. So quickly. It was literally like gone, that was it. There's nothing. I didn't know if you were looking for me or not. I didn't know if you'd seen me.
Andrew decides to carry on with the sailing adventure. Located in southern China, Hainan is a tropical island of nearly 8 million inhabitants. The race around the island is very popular and the competitors take a bashing right from the get-go. With 20 knots of wind gusting over 25 on the west coast, the sea state is harsh. The teams are suffering. The rest of the event is much quieter and requires race officials to shorten the leg to Aikou in the north of the island. After a well-deserved rest day, the fleet competes in the import races, then sets sails to Hainan on the east coast before arriving back in Sanya, 60 nautical miles away. The last leg gives a headache to the tactician, with the condition changing constantly. Double Olympic champion Malcolm Page loses the plot completely and stumbles to a third place. However, he manages to secure the overall victory in IRC B2 on board Vati. In the IRC B1, U-Box and her 100% Chinese crew sets a new record on the ultimate leg in 9 hours and 26 minutes. Spindrift 2, the world's largest trimaran, is being launched in Lorient following a winter-long refit. The job list of the gigantic machine is staggering and represents a considerable amount of work in a demanding deadline. 3 months of work have been completed. That's about 8,000 hours of manpower for the 15 people involved here. The mast is shortened by 6 meters, new sails, daggerboard, autopilot, deck and interior layout. Even a bicycle frame has been adapted to operate the massive winches, etc., etc. Everything has been checked, and the satisfaction of a job well done is obvious for Jan Guichard's team. The result so far is quite positive. We've met the self-imposed deadline of launching the boat on time because the sailing program is quite busy. Following a long winter, the 3 40 meters long hulls are coming out of the shed ahead of being launched. We had to adapt our workload all the time and never lose sight of the launch date. A few weeks of training are awaiting the black and gold massive boat before she can fly again across the oceans at breathless speed. It is a big 40 meters long boat, but as soon as she is at sea, she is not that huge. However, she has the ability to accelerate and maintains very high speed, and that's quite impressive. 3 major goals are the target of this record-breaking machine this year. Spindrift will be on standby in Newport early June to try to beat several records. The first is to try to beat the North Atlantic's record from New York to Lisbon in 3 days and 15 hours at an average speed of over 37 knots. Of course, whilst at it, we'll also have a go at the longest distance sailed in 24 hours. Jan Guichard will then face his biggest challenge to date, sailing the beast single-handed during the Route du Rhum early November. If Spindrift had the potential to finish well, and we believe she has it, we felt that it would be a shame not to be at the start of the Route du Rhum.
Rendezvous next week, same time, same place. Until then, goodbye and fair sailing.